As we're getting ready for the show, there's a lot of people that come by taking a look and seeing what we've done, and so basically all you do is talk to people all day long.
Those, at least it's not snowing.
Those two there are brand new.
Those two are brand new, yeah. I know the suspension on it's a new suspension.
All metal inside.
No, I haven't looked. It's pretty cool.
Nice job. Same
Or
job inside.
They just painted it. Painted the dash and
Yeah.
everything.
One thing with Louisville, it's a hit or miss. You either got great sunshine, you're burning, or else you're in rain. Well, this year it's lots of rain. The one thing about it is we're all in the same boat here with the rain. The part of this truck that, the reason we did this style of truck was because of the hood. Being a 96 Freightliner, I was trying to make it look like an old 80s Freightliner, so that's why we came out with this hood that was straight out. This is what a 1980 Freightliner would have looked like with a straight out hood like this.
Need a vacuum. That was a bad idea.
Well, the show's about to start. The rain's finally stopped, so we're back at it, shammying again.
I'm done, I quit. It's raining again. We've been championing for the past half hour, and it was for nothing.
As Bud said, once the rain is gone, tens of thousands of people show up and are going around the trucks. You can see by the jackets it's still a bit cool out, but still there's a big crowd out.
The truck was just a used truck we had on the lot, and it had low miles, 05 model with 140,000 miles. We felt like it would be a good truck to trick out. We started out with a person was going to airbrush the dash to match the floor plan and so forth, but he kind of backed out on us. We couldn't get a hold of him, so I wished I'd have changed the floor and put more of a black granite tile floor or even the carbon fiber floor. But other than that, there's really nothing we probably would have changed. I wouldn't say there's a theme. The hood, you know, I saw a cartoon drawing of a truck like that and never really thought it could be a realistic truck, but we got to thinking about it, looking into it. We came up with the concept about a year ago and come up with a way to make the hood hinge. And then the fact that from the sleeper back there's no bolts in the frame. There's bolts there, but they're all hidden bolts, of course. Even the fifth wheel has hidden bolts. So we finally built it. Took us about a year to put everything together and get the molds for the fenders and so forth, but we finally got it done.
It's a Peterbilt, and it's from it's my dad's last truck that he bought for himself before he went to the office full time driving, and now he's wants to go back out, start driving, let me and my brother start running the company a little bit. We decided we were going to redo this one for my dad. I started working on it for the build-off about 3 months ago. It was just frame rails. I tore it apart a year and a half ago, got all the parts around that I needed, and just waiting for that last little ambition to put it all back together. So now we got it done. Probably my front end, the grill, is what I really like the best. It's like a stainless steel wear mesh, so it's never gonna rust, and it's really strong, and it's just something nobody's ever really tried before. And I think a lot of people are gonna start trying it now, doing different things. Everybody told me it was just gonna be weird and goofy, and it just turned out to be like the way I liked it the most. But the paint is also something that I really had to fight for, to get someone to actually paint that much surface candy apple red. And it turned out, I think, pretty good. So there's always things that you still want to do, but I think that makes it fun because we keep building it up as we go in the next couple of years. It was Monday night, about 6 o'clock in the morning. It was when it started to actually move. I didn't actually take it for a test drive until I left to come down here. It was cutting it that close.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the wiring was a little more than what I thought it was going to be, and just the airlines and all that stuff. There's a lot to that, and I didn't really think it was going to be that bad, but I got it all figured out now. I can build a truck, put it that way.
It's a 1986 359. It was bought here in Louisville at Louisville Peterbilt. We just wanted to prove to people we could do it. We just wanted to build a fantastic truck, and I don't know, it just started out just a project. We just went from there with it, and that's what we ended up with. I really like the rear axles in the truck, where we had them machined, had first class cut into the axles and had them chromed. I really like that part. The paint, of course, is beautiful. We just wanted to do some more on the flooring on the inside. We just wanted to get a bigger television in the back. We just run out of time. We only had 90 days. We got 90 days to build it, and that's what we did in 90 days.
We come in, we put in on the hood. We started with the fuel tanks and the exhaust system, and we got the fenders on, the light bars in the bottom, bumpers on the front, and it just come together, you know, as we got the cab together and put the interior in, and here it is. Yeah.
I think it was like we had a week to go, and we didn't even have the cabin sleeper on it yet.
Absolutely.
What we have is a 97 Freightliner that I bought from a construction company in Shawville, Quebec. It was ran pretty hard. Both rear ends have been rebuilt, the transmission's been rebuilt, and the drive shafts, everything's been balanced on them, and new U-joints. The theme on this truck was, you know, you go to these shows, and every time you go to the show, it's 90% Peterbilts. I took a look at Freightliners and the 132 extended hood Freightliner, thinking, you know, there's a truck that would be easy to make look old. So basically, what we were after is building a truck that you could pop the hood off, put one of these new style hoods on, a straight out hood that doesn't have a slope in it, and basically with that hood on there, you're going to make your truck look like it's a 1980 truck. So the whole thing behind it, it's a show truck, yes, but it's in a sense a prototype of what we'd like to be able to do. The hood probably has, between engineering, designing, putting together, tearing apart, probably about close to a month's work done in the hood. So with saying that, everything that went on this truck was thinking back to 1980. We put a post between the windshields to make it look like it was an older Freightliner. So the whole idea behind this truck was to take a new Freightliner and date it by 20 years, just like the guys do with the Peterbilts. But this opens the door up for different type of customers, people that own Freightliners. Believe it or not, people thought it was a Peterbilt. And we put an old style Freightliner emblem on the front of it just to make sure people knew it was a Freightliner. So I think in a way what we were trying to do worked, because if people can't figure out what it is, we did the job. I truly believe when you build these things, they should be workable and functional.